Hey guys, I'm Joshua Clay with Woke Action-Based Coaching Systems, and now we're going to go over a low bar back squat, okay? Now the low bar back squat is going to be a variation of the back squat for those of you with a little less ankle mobility, okay? So also when I say that is the bar is going to sit a little lower on the back as opposed to a high bar back squat where the bar is sitting across our upper back, all right? And it's for those with better ankle mobility, okay? So with this variation, compared to a high bar back squat where we're looking to see does our torso angle match our shin angle, with a low bar back squat, our shin angle and our torso angle are actually not going to match, okay? So with that said, your torso is going to be a little more parallel to the ground. So you could almost think of it as the same bottom position as like a deadlift or a snatch grip deadlift, okay? So this is going to be a little more glute dominant or a hip dominant variation of the back squat. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, just as we talk about creating tension with all of our strength exercises, okay? We don't want to just put the barbell on our back and then step back, all right? We want to ensure that we start off from the very beginning by creating tension, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start by pressing directly into the rack, okay? So I'm in this split stance, and you'll see that the barbell sits directly on my lower back, okay? So where it should be is directly over our scaps or on top of our scaps as opposed to a high bar, which sits directly more so on our traps, okay? So, pressing into the rack, hands are slightly outside my shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead, ensure that I get my feet directly under the rack, and instead of having, a lot of times you'll see people unrack it with our hips out here, come up, and then they gotta align. What we wanna do is first press into the rack, get the bar set up on our back, get our feet underneath us and our hips underneath us, so that all we gotta do is just come up and we're ready to go, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by taking 3 steps back. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now with the low bar back squat, we're probably gonna have a little wider stance, okay? So we're gonna have a wider stance, so our feet are probably not gonna be hip width apart or just outside hip width apart, all right? So it's gonna be more of like a sumo stance, and our toes are gonna be pointed out closer to 15 to 20 degrees, okay? So barbell sitting directly on my lower back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my hips back instead of pulling my hips to my heels, okay? So what I'm gonna do is pull my hips back, and then also at the same time pull the barbell down onto my back to create that tension. We don't want the barbell just kind of sitting loosely up there. We want to squeeze the bar onto our back, pull our hips back. We have close to a vertical shin and drive up. Crash the bar, get our feet underneath us, and unwrap. And that is a low bar back squat.